Okay, just a little bit about this weekend, this past weekend. Obviously, a tough road trip for us, going to number one Missouri State, and then having Southern Illinois. And both of those teams had their senior weekend. Both of them had very I would say impact players for seniors. Missouri State had 4 and Southern Illinois had 6, all of which are impact players for their teams. And obviously a disappointing finish on Friday or Saturday night based on the result. But I would say in the last month that the entire weekend was probably the best volleyball we've played. So there were some positives there. I think the biggest thing is we just could not finish. We had our opportunities for sure in the first 2 sets to finish the set, and we were unable to do that. I think defensively we did some really good things, some better things that we've done over the past month, but then had just a few missed executions at inopportune times. And then I think the biggest difference in that match to me was we did not win the serve and pass game, and then we had 26 attack errors to Missouri State's 11, and that's just a stat that it's going to be really tough to overcome. And that's kind of been our thing over the last month. It's something that we have communicated a lot about needing to be better. There's so much that goes into that, but ultimately it's that last contact that we have to make better decisions on. And so going into Southern, as coaches, we were a little bit nervous just because it was obviously a letdown when you want to give the number one team in the conference a better run than we did. And then you have Southern Illinois, who, again, 6 seniors playing their last match. Southern has been playing well, and it's also a place that we have not won in the last 4 years. So a little bit nervous as coaches, but I was really, really proud of our kids and just their execution, their attitude, their energy level. Really were resilient and bounced back and had a really good match on Sunday. When you look at the attack errors, we definitely challenged them with that, and that is an area that as coaches you're a little bit shy because sometimes when you think about that too much, it to me produces more errors. But our kids really stepped up. We had 1 error in set 1, we had 2 in set 2, and then dropped a little bit, having 7 in the last set. But what a huge improvement from the night before. So really proud of that and excited about those changes. We have Drake this week, obviously a big match for us. Last conference match of the season. We're glad to have that number 2 seed solidified because that's huge going in the conference tournament. But Drake is a team that has been playing really well all year. They're a team that when they were here, I know they're very disappointed in their performance. So we not only have a good Drake team, but I think a very motivated Drake team to play better than when they came to our place. 2 of the best outsides in the conference that are kids that you work to slow down. You're not going to stop. And then they just are very gritty defensive team. They have a great serving game, especially at home. So a lot to prepare for. But we're like this week because we have opportunities to get some rest. We have opportunities to work on our side of the net, but also do a lot of preparation for Drake as well. Any questions?
Well, getting that top 2 spot is important in any year, but especially as crazy as the conference has been this year, how important is it to have that bye locked up and have just one less match you do to win?
Yeah, I think, a couple things. I used to think it was a negative just to have a bye because you're sitting around and you're not, getting the feel and getting to play and you're playing somebody that's already played. But I think just anymore with the wear and tear in the bodies and being able to have a little bit more rest is sometimes better than having those opportunities to get the reps. So I think this year, especially with our team and, the chronic things that we have had all year long, the injuries we had earlier that has made us a team that doesn't have a lot of depth really in a lot of positions. I think it's definitely a year that we're very excited about having that first round bye.
How impressed were you with what Carly was able to do yesterday against Southern Illinois?
Yeah, Carly was, no errors, and that's a kid that, you wouldn't expect that from. She's very aggressive, so we expect her to make errors, I guess. But what I loved about Carly in that match is she really mixed in a lot of off speed. She had a lot of off speed open, and she kept doing it. It's one of those things where, keep doing it if it's working. They never really adjusted to it because she's never done it before like she did. So she just kept hitting that short shot right over the block and was really successful. And it was cool because you could see the excitement in her eyes that, yes, I'm finally getting some off speed to work. So it was, I think, a really big growth moment for her as an attacker and being able to have some different options and different things in her arsenal for sure. All right. Thank you.